Hi everybody, I'm going to start some videos on leotards. I don't think I can do it in one video, but let me tell you what I've been doing. I've been working on, what I did is I took a pair of pants that were very tight, and then I just added feet at the bottom of the pants. And I've made these up, I don't know how many times now, trying to get the pattern to fit correctly on the Journey Girl, the 18-inch dolls. Anyway, I'm happy with what I've come up with so far, and let me show you what I've been working on. And I'll show you how to, excuse me, I'll show you how to put some leotards together. First of all, I just started with some knit fabric that I had in the house, and this was just a plain brick stretch fabric that I had. And I tried this on for my first attempt. When I first started doing them, I was making casings and putting in the elastic, and then I found some of the Calvin Klein's and Donna Karan's at the resale shops, and they just use a thick piece of elastic for the waistbands. So what I've been doing is I've been cutting off the waistbands off of the tights that I've been buying at the resale shop. I have one more leg left on the Calvin Klein's, and I have a little piece of elastic that I can make another pair of Calvin Klein's. One thing I found out is, just for a note on the side, when you make your boots, if you're going to be wearing your boots with tights, you probably, see how you got the hard plastic part of the Velcro? You probably want to put that on the inside flap, because I've already snagged these tights twice on this Velcro on these white boots, because it just catches on the leotard material. So best bet, hard Velcro on the inside flap, and then put the soft stuff on the outside, because when you put your foot in there, it won't even touch this where it touches this a lot. But yeah, I found that out the hard way. So from now on, I'm just going to reverse my Velcro on my boots. Okay, so this was, I bought this fabric at Hobby Lobby, and this was $9.99 a yard. It's very expensive. It's over with the formal fabric. But the same thing applies. You have to buy a quarter yard. So I bought a quarter yard, which got it down to $2.50. And then I also had a 40% off coupon. So I got this whole piece of fabric for $1.50, and I can get 3 to 4 pairs of tights out of this. So when you look at it that way, you're only talking, what, maybe 40 to 50 cents with the elastic to make a nice pair of leotards. The only problem is this real pretty stuff. It only comes in black and white. Those are your only two options. But it's got a 4-way stretch, and it works perfect on these leotards. So that was one of my first attempts, was this. Then I was at, where was it? Hancock Fabric, and I found this, and I thought, well, I'll give it a try. It was $4.95 a yard. So same thing, I got a quarter yard, but I didn't have a coupon, so it cost me like $1.30 something. But it looks really pretty up against the skin. But it doesn't have as much stretch. I haven't tried it yet. It doesn't have as much stretch as the stuff at Hobby Lobby does. But it might still work, but not as well as the Hobby Lobby. So I'll give this a try to see how that goes. And then I was at the resale shops, and I found this. It was a camisole, and it has the cutest rose pattern design on it, and it stretches all 4 ways. And I thought, okay, well, I could try this for a pair of leotards. And I tried so hard to line it up so that I even cut out 2 of my patterns. I put it on freezer paper because it's easier to cut out when it's on freezer paper, and I put a line down. If you fold this in half, the line on that is exactly where it would fall on the doll as far as the pattern. So I did one right and I did one left, thinking that I could line my roses up perfectly when I put the leotards together. Well, I worked at it so long thinking I could get it right, and I thought I had it perfect, and look what happened. I got a rose on this foot, and this one I just got the leaves. I did get the rose pattern going up each leg, but I didn't get them together. So what I was going to do is I was going to take my back of my piece and try again to get another rose where I wanted it. But I want to save this fabric because I want to make a little camisole for the doll. So I'm just going to have to be satisfied with the way these turned out. I don't have any big white elastic or yellow elastic, so I'm not going to finish these today until I can get to the store and get some more elastic. But this works fine too. So if you're in a resale shop and you look in the women's nightgown material or undergarment material, you'll find a lot of this lacy four-way stretch fabric with really cute designs, and you can get them for a really good deal. Another thing I got was some Donna Karans, and this was brand new. If I knew how much they cost, I probably wouldn't have cut them up, but I've already cut them up. These have never been worn before, and these are just your basic black stretch fabric. They were $24 online. I couldn't believe it. Same with the Calvin Kleins were $22 for this pair of sweats online. But these have been used already. But it's okay because I can cut around where you get the used parts on these leotards is in the feet and sometimes in the knees, where when you're moving your knees around, it snags across the knees. But I have a way to show you how to work that out so you always avoid that. Another one I got was a really pretty, you probably can't tell, but it's got a diamond design in it. This is the other leg. It's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got a really pretty diamond design. So I was thinking that I would put the diamond down the leg, and let's see if I can get it to show on here. And I ended up putting the diamond down the thigh instead of across the bottom of the leg. But I still have another leg on this, so I can try it again to get it right. But anyway, my diamond pattern, you can't really tell because these won't stretch enough on the doll's leg unless I can get it really tight. But the diamond is going all the way down the doll's side of the leg. But it's cute. I just haven't got a waistband for this yet, so I'm going to put that together later. So that's basically where I'm at on these leotards. Another thing is I went to a lot of resale shops when I was in Austin, and all the little girl and women leotards, most of these were still in the containers. And they were sold anywhere from 49 cents to 99 cents. But you can also buy them at, Walmart or whatever for like $3. But anyway, I got as many colors as I could, and I also got another brown design fabric, which would be really nice for fall colors to make a pair of falls. The thing with the cheaper leotards is you don't get that little strip of elastic that you can cut off and use, so you're going to have to use your own elastic either by making a casing or buying just the thick elastic. They usually only sell this thick elastic in black and white, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get both of the colors and use either one, because you're not going to see them anyway because you're going to be underneath your clothes. So I also got a pair of hot pinks that these ones were the ones that had the little holes in the feet, these kind. They didn't even have the toe in them, so I just cut them up. but anyway, I'm saving these because I don't know if I'm going to need any more of this stuff. Because you can always sew it together and make other things with it. Okay, so that's pretty much where I'm at, and I'm going to show you how I got there. So I'm going to, let me see, I'll just take this pair of white out and show you how to get started. Like I said, it's better if you use the, I shouldn't say better, it's just easier if you use the freezer paper, because instead of pinning it down onto the fabric, you can actually heat it and cut it out a lot easier on these leotards. My only suggestion is if you do go to and get them at the resale shop, get the biggest ones you can, because some of these little small ones, like this one for example, may be too small to cut out a full doll's pair of, I think this one will work. I might have to try another one. Okay, let me just try another one, just so I know that it'll work. So I'm going to take my white fabric here, and I'm going to take my 2 patterns that I've already put on freezer paper, and turn my iron on. I'm going to go to 1 click less than medium. You can just use a pin and pin these on, but it's so much easier if you just use this like that. So I'm going to do it on the opposite side of the where the glitter is. My husband has a sore throat too. I've been getting sick too much lately. Okay, so then this is going to go here, and I'm going to iron that on, and then I'm going to be able to cut it out as and you might want to decide to move this to an area where you can get 2 out of the 1/4 of an inch so you don't waste any of your fabric. That might be a better option for you. So let me go ahead and try that. So I'm going to put that one here and this one on this side. And that will also save my fabric. So instead of wasting that, I'll get probably 4 pair now out of this 1 piece of fabric. So there's that one and that one. Okay. So let me get my iron. Should be hot enough now. Okay, I want to make sure that it's lined up okay. That one's good. Put that down there. Because you're dealing with nylon or lycra, or you don't want to put your iron too hot. But you want it hot enough so that the paper will stick. Okay, let me get that in there to fit that. Maybe a little bit hotter. I've already used these patterns up like 3 times, so it could be that all the plastic's off of them already. Okay, good enough. Alrighty then, let me get that off and let me get my scissors out. So we're going to go ahead and cut these out. Try and save as much fabric as you can, because you can put a little leg down there. And you can put a little pair of feet down there if you need to. Okay, this isn't holding well. Another reason why I like to do it this way is you can actually turn it over and see if you have any flaws. If this was a used leotard, I could turn this over and see if I have any snags in the fabric or something to that effect, or I don't like the way it was shaped, so I'll know to cut myself out another one. Okay, I'm going to just finish cutting this one out, and then I'm going to stop the video because I have to change the color of my thread on my machine. I have a flesh-colored beige on there, so because I was working on that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as long as I've got that all cut out, okay, once you have it all cut out, you can just turn it over and look and make sure it looks good. I missed the spot there. Okay, alright, so just peel it off. And that is one leg of your leotard. Okay, so I'm going to cut the other one out, I'll change my thread, and then I'll come back and show you how to sew it together.